I hate Gangsters Vasseypur. Indian cinema, good or bad, both is that they don't need to be at Cannes to survive. I probably need to be at Cannes to survive.
Congratulations on Kennedy, an 8-minute standing ovation
Yes.
at the midnight.
How do you guys calculate how
we
much
do,
a
we,
minute? They say 5 minutes is underwhelming and 7 minutes is good.
So how did it feel? How was it?
It's overwhelming just to screen at Theatre Lumiere. I think this is my first film at Theatre Lumiere. At 2,500 people, which is more number of people than the entire audience that saw my previous film and almost gravity off. So I broke that record in one screen. I'm very happy about it.
Tell us a little bit, for the viewers, for the audiences, what it means to have a film, at the Lumiere.
It's a lot. It's a cinema that every filmmaker desires for him, his film to be seen at. And like for me, I'm just so grateful. It was green and light, and it resonated with people.
How does it feel different from, Gangs of Wasseypur and Udaan, both which were
Gangs
part
of
of the
Wasseypur was the
festival
pain
earlier?
of my life. Like, I hate Gangs of Wasseypur because everybody expects me to keep making the same film, which I'll never in my life be making it.
There'll never be a part 3.
Yeah, because no, not part 3. There's nothing that's gonna be like. I want to make different film. I was not doing Gangs of Wasseypur because I was trying to do Black Friday or Devdi. Every film has its own nature. People expect that they can go back and watch Gangs of Wasseypur is forever available on Netflix. I am making films that I want to make, and I'm very happy with. I think Kennedy for me is more personal, more mature, and more anything else, and more me than anything I've done so far.
More personal how?
Very personal because it's all me. It's like everything that I reacted to. It's personal in terms of my own situations and relationships and things. It's like my view of the world, the moment that we're living in.
How did you think of the plot? What
I didn't
inspired
think
the
of it. It
plot?
just came to me. What inspired me was that one stray incident of a Scorpio being found outside Andilla with explosives. Though the film is not based on that, but that incident triggered this story, and everything else in the film is fictional. But yeah, it was triggered by that.
Tell us a little bit about all your characters, the way you sketch them.
It comes a lot from person. Like there's an idea of a person, like Uday Shetty existed, and I've heard the stories from Sudhir Mishra. I stole it from him. That's why the film's also dedicated to it. And this whole character, Sunny, I wanted a woman in her 40s who has always been looked at sexually more than anything else, and has navigated the world through this world of powerful men. Using her whole defense is just a laughter thing because she really can't depend entirely on the adversity that she's dealing with. And I wanted that somebody, and then imagine she finds trust and solace in then one man who's a assassin, who's such an assassin, and because she feels safe with him. Just safety being the hero. He doesn't want anything from her. She doesn't feel threatened by him. She feels threatened by those men who are actually in a higher position, considered to be more accepted by society at the high end of the society and all that. Those men threaten her, not this man. And I wanted a woman like that. And plus, I wanted a woman who's so beautiful, who has dealt with this all her life, and there was no better candidate than Sunny. And my auditioning process is very, very particular.
And you do it for everyone?
Everyone. I don't audition a lot of people. I write a character and I have like 2-3 choices, and out of those 2-3 choices I zero down. I don't audition a lot of people. I give the names of the people I want to test for the role to my casting director based on their personalities and based on their real personalities, not based on what they've done before. Everybody audition is not based on the performances they've done before, but actually largely their personal interviews on YouTube and the person that they are in real life. Like interview with Sunny, where he was so judgmental and how she put up for herself, gave it back to him. It was like, wow, this is a woman I want to go to. And she's like, today if you ask my entire crew, I love her to death. What an amazing woman she is.
You think you'll be doing more work with
Absolutely.
her?
Absolutely. I work with people I like and people who like and trust me. For me, trust is the most important thing. If you don't, when my actors trust me, I make my best film. When they're insecure, my film also gets messed up.
Would you say it's very different from how the rest of, industry works?
I don't know how the rest of the industry works. Like something or the other works for them. It's not like that. I have my own methods. It doesn't mean that I really don't care how their methods are, but something they must be also be doing right because it really works for them. Like I see some people who do really good casting. Anubhav Sinha, Zoya Akhtar, they do really good casting.
Coming back to Cannes, I wanted to ask you, why are such few Indian films making the cut, not coming into competition?
See, I don't know. It's like, see, India is also has a cinema that's very different from the rest of the world, and we don't need to be embarrassed about it. I really think, like, okay, fine. It doesn't mean that my film gets selected, so I feel like they don't understand. It doesn't matter. Like, I'm very proud of a lot of mainstream Indian films, and we don't work without music and songs. We are a country that doesn't have an opera, doesn't have a circus, nothing. So cinema becomes a replacement for everything. If the world outside starts seeing Indian cinema beyond that, Indian cinema will make a cut. If they don't, it's fine, it's okay. Indian cinema, good or bad, both is that they don't need to be at Cannes to survive.
And that's why probably we don't also see
I
a
probably
lot
need
of...
to be at Cannes to survive.
Do you keep commercial considerations in mind and
I do,
artistic?
absolutely I do. But
How
I
does
think
that work?
I work backwards. I will only make films that I want to make and the way I want to make it. So I go to the studio with producers, I said, this is what it is. You tell me how much I should make it in. So I work backwards. So that becomes their responsibility and we'll cover our costs. There's not a single film, barring Bombay Velvet, where we have not recovered our costs. We recover our costs from various sales. Sales is not just Indian box office. It's every platform. We recover our costs. And that's why we work backwards to calculate. So my films don't make a loss because if they did, nobody would give me money to make a film. I made more films than any of my contemporaries. I made 27 films as a director. And I've been part of 200 films as a writer, producer, director. So it's not like that. I understand
The business
the
aspect.
economics of it. No, I'm not business aspect. I'm not making films to break box office records. I'm also not making films to make losses for people. So my responsibility gets over the day when I recovered the cost.
What are you making films for?
Me.
Not the audience, not to be remembered.
I have to make films for me and then I find the audience. I'm not going to be a caterer. I will not make Vasipur again. I'll not make what has worked in the past again.
All right. Thank you so much for speaking to Brute.
Thank you, sir.